Hello everyone. So this review will be for the Sony helmet side mount mounting hardwares. The part number from Sony is VCT-HSM1. I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing and show you guys how it mounts onto your motorcycle helmet or other helmet that have a kind of a curved round finish. Okay. So first, gonna do the unboxing part with one hand, so bear with me. And out of the box, we have the manual, some of the tabs that we've seen from other kind of attachments that we saw from sorry, I don't know what I'm saying, but here we go. So this part is what you use to connect to your camera and also connects to the helmet mount, the actual mount. And those two tabs are the curved surface mount. Basically, it's super easy. You just peel the 3M layer off and find a good spot on your helmet. Of course, you have to clean the surface first. Make sure there's no oil or grease on the surface. And of course, find a good position to stick your helmet mount onto your helmet. And for me, it's kind of tricky on this helmet because I have a modular mount helmet, so this part actually moves around. I'm not sure if I can show you guys. Like, see? So I think the best place actually for me to mount this tab is probably on the modular piece itself, like somewhere here. It might fit and might not. You just need to find a good curved area to have the helmet mounting tab secured on your helmet. And it gives you two, so if you have multiple helmets, it helps. Or if you want to have one on the left side and one on the other side, it also works. And what also comes is a kind of a security tab. So this you mount onto, you hook it onto your tab over here. So, and stick it onto your bike somewhere behind. And if this thing does fail and fall off, you still have this security tab catching it. But the weird thing is this security tab is flat. I'm not sure what Sony engineer was thinking. Your helmet is not flat. So I would think this thing would probably secure the camera more so than this flat tab. And I really don't know where you can mount this on the helmet because nowhere you can find a flat surface. So I consider this kind of design flaw. So okay, so once you mounted the tab onto your helmet, we're just pretend this is your helmet. Of course, you use this two-piece part. And by the way, you can also find this part on their universal head mount. So that mount, you can use it to mount onto your bicycle helmet cameras and a whole bunch of other things. So this one is similar, but they have improved this part over the years. So before, this tab is actually, you have to use a coin to rotate this tab. And now they just made it like finger rotatable. So it's really easy. This is your actual camera mount, so you put your camera right over here. And this thing is also rotating. You press this button and this, if you press it, see, it rotates from the inside. So this part actually rotates when you mount something onto it. And let's see, I don't have my action cam with me now because I sent it back for repair. Something wrong with the memory card. Not reading the memory card is not being read properly on the camera. But here is where you mount the camera, and they give you kind of a how do you say it, like a tolerance area, so you can get your camera mounted really nicely. So say like if it's mounted like that and you have some space on the outside to adjust to make sure your camera angle is always 90 degrees perpendicular to the ground, so that your video doesn't look crooked or like tilted or anything like that. So this is a plus side, and there are some like rubber material that kind of have a little grip to secure your camera nicely. And this part is what mounts onto this tab. And if you looked closely, and you're probably wondering how are you going to mount this thing onto this, well, you have to use a attachment that didn't come with this package. It's an attachment that actually came with your camera, action camera. This tab is what you need to mount onto all kinds of things. So basically you have to have this tab, okay? So that it comes with your camera. And you slide this in. It's two-way slidingable. You can slide it in from two sides. Basically just press it and push it. Let's see if I can do it with two hands. Kind of tight, okay? So like that. If you push it inside, it locks like that. And once it's locked, the Sony, the helmet mount also comes with this attachment to prevent it from backing out. So I guess you push it from somewhere. Let me see exactly where. So you push it from this side. Like basically you just try to find ways to secure it so it doesn't pop out during your riding. And of course you press all the way in to squish it really tight. So like this thing, once it's secured, it's gonna be really secured. But just make sure you don't have too much like shock during riding, because their security tab provided is it sucks. It doesn't stick to anything because your helmet is round and this tab is flat. So just make sure you double secure your original tab onto your helmet and make sure it doesn't fall off. Like that's my honest advice for you. And to remove it, you just press this and push it back from where you pushed it in originally, like that. So as you can see, I can do it with one hand, but two hands is definitely much easier. So to recap, you have to mount this onto your helmet, and then you need this original adapter from Sony to be put onto the helmet mount carrier. And the third thing is, I guess before you put this there, you have to connect this two part, okay? And with the newer Sony cameras, it comes with this tab, but with some older models, it's a coin rotating tab. So you have to have a coin ready to be able to secure it. But this one, it just mounts with a twist. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Hopefully I can. So they try to make everything much easier to mount nowadays, because I remember I also have my universal head mount, and this part is also coin. It's a coin bolt. It's really hard to operate without a coin. And now they made everything hand operable, so you don't need a coin to mount anything onto anything. So now you can see I already mounted this really nicely and secure for this rotating tab. So now I can rotate it to any angle I want. And then of course, the next step is just to mount it onto your helmet mount tab by pushing it. And excuse me, I'm doing it with one hand. Maybe I just use two. All right, so say it's mounted. And I'm just gonna push it all the way in. And now that this assembly is ready to mount your Sony camera, I think it works with most of the Sony's action camera from the oldest one to newest one, because this thread is universal. So once you mount it onto your helmet, it's ready to mount any of your Sony action cameras. It might also even be able to mount your GoPro or other action camera that uses a standard thread, but that's another topic. But oh, check it out, this thing just broke on me, like right out of the box. I guess I'm supposed to secure it. Oh, that's embarrassing. First try, it already popped out. So I guess I'm supposed to tighten it nicely with one hand. Let's see if I can mount it. It's kind of tricky. Okay, now it's kind of secured onto the tab, so that's good. So don't, I guess don't thread it all the way out, because this thing will fall apart, and always make sure you have some thread on the on this part so your camera doesn't fall off. And that concludes the helmet mount review for model number Sony VCT-HSM1. If you guys have any questions about this helmet mount, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.